Insert name here. I'm gonna review all death battles in Season 1 in 10 words or less. As well as making a top 5 best and worst. Yes, I took this from Jello Apocalypse. I don't want to rank them all because honestly I have so little to say about most of them. Terrible but charming. Slightly less terrible but slightly less charming. Haha, get it because Boomstick wants to rape them. The DBX was better. Only notable thing here was that Pedo Bear was in it. We do not tolerate Mikey slander in this house. Leo swam in shit water. Riptor got bored and that's all I have to say. Boomstick's first stage into becoming a furry. Cool fight until you realize Kratos had basically no chance. Bomberman got inflated and that's all I have to say. I'd make a DBZA joke if I had watched that. First death battle I watched. Unironically better than the rematch. Worst death battle of all time. Just watch the ERB instead. More entertaining and also Lego. God, Boomstick used to be so fucking creepy. At least bronies have more wins than Hulk fans. Beware Halo fans. Modern Doomslayer has wanking on his side. SMBZ really made a lot of people overestimate Mecha Sonic. At least Zelda's boyfriend won. The first time at least. Surprisingly solid for Season 1 despite being a total stomp. First 3D battle. Could have been worse. Nice that Batman's here. Too bad he'll never fucking leave. Most memorable part was the end reveal. Still good though. Hands down best Season 1 episode. And best finale overall. Time for the top 5 best part of this. Number 5. Kratos vs. Spawn. This held up surprisingly well for such an old episode. Both of them had their moments. They were able to use Kratos weapons really well. I liked the part where Kratos just cut through Spawn's chains like butter with the blade of Olympus when he couldn't in the beginning with his regular swords. Also, Spawn pulling out a gun and shooting Kratos will never not be funny to me. I don't know why honestly. Number 4. Eggman vs. Wily. Death battle really needs to do more army battles. This was really fun and Ultron vs. Sigma was a missed opportunity. Seeing the fight evolve from them using just regular grunts to the more special robots and machines they have was a lot of fun to see. Seeing how different Robot Master and Metal Sonics fight and interact was really cool. Though I'm not too big of a fan of the ending. I like the idea. Just wish they gave more of a reason. Or better yet, an actual winner. Number 3, Spider-Man vs. Batman. This is my second favorite Batman match. The fight is light years more fun and interesting than Batman vs. Captain America and Batman vs. Black Panther. While I think Batman vs. Iron Man is the best Batman episode, Batman vs. Spider-Man honestly has more interesting connections than Bruce and Tony. The hits had nice impact. And I liked the faster pace of Spider-Man's hits. They captured Spidey's personality pretty well. And I loved the part where Batman tried to sneak up on Spider-Man only for Spider-Man's Spidey sense to detect him beforehand. Also, the death is just absolutely brutal. Best Batman death of all 3 of them. Number 2, Thor vs. Raiden. This may be a total stomp, but I still think it's great. The sound design is super good and the hits have amazing impact. The fight is just super well animated and I would even say it's better animated than some death battles nowadays. Which is both really cool and also really sad at the same time. There are so many memorable moments. My personal favorite would be the mid-air clash between them. It just looks and sounds fantastic. Number 1, Goku vs. Superman. Was there really any surprise here? This episode is absolutely legendary and easily in my top 5 favorite death battles. The rest of the community seems to agree considering how this is the most viewed death battle of all time. The hits feel impactful. The animation is just fantastic. While of course the quality of the models and environment aren't very good. I'm willing to excuse that considering this is Season 1. Unlike the sequel, Goku vs. Superman actually gave respect to both characters. The analysis and conclusion is also great and is way more thorough and in-depth than most of the ones they have now. They usually just save these kinds of conclusions for the big anime franchise battles nowadays. The parts where the two of them are just clashing super fast mid-air are just amazing and super fun. The little character moment between them when Goku destroys the kryptonite just so the fight will be fair. And Superman actually thanking him was really nice. And the final clash between them which causes the Earth to explode leading to the final shot of Superman opening his eyes is just awe-inspiring. Though if I were to nitpick a bit, the mic quality for Superman isn't the best, and it's kinda weird how the kryptonite wasn't also destroyed when Goku just blew up Lex Tower. But other than that, this fight is just absolutely amazing. By the way, Superman could still beat Ultra Instinct Goku, that's right, I fucking said it. Alright, time for the worst 5 of them. Number 5, Yoshi vs Riptor. Ah yes, the first entry of a long line of death battles where the haha goofy character beats the dark and serious character. This fight is literally 40 fucking seconds long and mostly consists of Yoshi getting the shit kicked out of him. Which should not have happened considering some of his feats. Despite him technically being the winner, I feel Yoshi was more disrespected in this match. It's kind of like Superman vs Goku 2 in that sense. There's not a whole lot to say about the fight. Riptor was portrayed alright, I guess. I kind of liked the part where Yoshi ate Riptor's attack and used it to blind him. Weirdly enough, the parts I liked the most were in the analysis. Them being the pet raptor named Barney joke by Boomstick. And the fact that Wiz thinks a baby cannon would be a bad idea because it would take a long time to reload and not for any ethical reasons. Sometimes I feel Wiz is the more fucked up one between them. Number 4. Harry Potter vs Luke Skywalker. The only part I liked was Luke using the Force to split apart Harry's scar. That is legitimately fucking brutal. Aside from that part where Harry was shooting Luke while flying on the broom and Luke just deflecting was sorta neat. I liked how Boomstick just says penis joke instead of actually saying a penis joke. That's about it. Fight's pretty boring. The sprites look like shit. And I just felt pretty much nothing while watching this. Number 3, Starscream vs Rainbow Dash. Considering how much Starscream gets disrespected and treated like a joke in this match, I would probably hate this more if I were a Transformers fan. Even if I'm not. This fight was just really friggin' annoying. The analysis was honestly kind of boring, and seriously, couldn't Starscream have landed at least one more hit? If there was one thing I liked, I guess the airborne chase scene was sort of interesting up until the point Rainbow Dash started being not funny. Number 2, Wonder Woman vs Rogue. And Chun-Li vs Mai Shiranui. I'm putting these two together since I have similar problems with them, and I honestly could not decide which one I disliked more. Most of the jokes in the analyses are just Boomstick being a fucking creep, ranging from general perversion to actual rape and sexual assault. The fights for both of them are not terrible, but are just really forgettable without much interesting going on. Doesn't really salvage anything. Number 1, Justin Bieber vs Rebecca Black. Remember that weird dark age of the internet where everyone, including me admittedly, collectively agreed that these two were literally Satan for whatever reason. Some people even sent death threats. Fucking death threats to these teenagers. One of which was 13 years old at the time. For what? Making bad songs? Sure, there are plenty of other times where characters are mocked and disrespected. Difference here is that these are actual people. This episode is just straight up mean-spirited bullying, and how I did not see that sooner is beyond me. It's just two grown-ass men relentlessly bullying these two and then making an animation where both of them die because haha funny. Like I said earlier, not only do I think it's the worst episode of this season, I think it's the worst episode of all time. Worse than Spider-Gwen vs Batgirl. Worse than Wonder Woman vs Rogue. And even worse than fucking Shadow the Hedgehog vs Muto. Because at least those episodes existed for more of a reason than just watching two teenagers get mocked and then die. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. I might make another one of these for season 2 and show off more of my trash opinion, lol.